And good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to race number 23 here of Season 5 of the Snickers Cup Series. This is coming down to crunch time. After today, only 3 more races, and we will have the Chase field locked up. Next week, we head to Kentucky, then we go to Homestead Miami Speedway, and cap it all off with the final regular season race at Arizona. These drivers getting geared up now to make their moves to get themselves into the chase for the championship. A prime example of that, several drivers who ended up finishing top 10 last week at Watkins Glen. 11th in points, Austin Ogo. 12th in points, Danny Wells. 13th in points, Richard Johnson. 14th in points, Rohit Vidarvu. All of them finished in the top 10 last week at the Glen. They are knocking on the door here today to try and get themselves inside the top 10 in the points. A lot of drivers that are up there inside the top 10 in points trying to keep themselves there. 4 of which are all 4 of the Tweenix racing cars. Dylan Pote, the current points leader, by 7 points over 3-time winner of the season, John Cittadino. 3rd place, that's Sean Henley, the defending Snickers Cup Series champ, representing Tweenix Racing. Hayden Klein, he's up there in 4th place in the points. Last week's winner and now a 3-time winner of the season, James McLeod. He is 5th in points, yet another Tweenix racing car. Adam Chambers, who's got a win and a 2nd place finish for his last 2 starts. He's 6th in points. Mary Cole, a rookie this season, still winless, but she's 7th in points. The other Tweenix racing car, so all 4 of the Tweenix racing drivers are in the top 7 in points. Anthony McCurry, a 2-time winner of the season, his most recent win coming at Daytona. He is 8th in points. Barney Ward and Jacob Lawler, both winless this season, but they are 9th and 10th currently in the standings. It's coming down to crunch time. A lot of drivers going to be making a lot of different moves here today as we are at Pocono Raceway for the GoBowling.com 400, I believe it is. I think it's the 400. It might be 500, but I'm pretty sure it's 400. I'll be sure that I say it correctly later on. I'll find out. But nonetheless, we're getting ready for today's race with rookie Joshua Michaels on the pole today. I believe this is the first time that the 10 has started anywhere on the front row, or at least definitely on the pole. And look who's starting alongside of him. Our winner from last week, James McLeod, wants to keep up the consistency he's got. He wants to become the first ever 4-time winner in the Snickers Cup Series. He's won the Daytona 500. He won at Darlington. He won last week at Watkins Glen. He wants to add Pocono as a track that he wins at this season. Then you got a whole rookie second row filled with Austin Ogo, who's actually 11th in points, trying to work his way into the top 10 in the standings today. And alongside of him, a guy who actually was up inside the top 10 in points for a majority of this season, but really bad luck has come his way. James Silverfox now finds himself mired all the way down in the 25th position in the standings. Jeffrey Buckeye, that rookie, great run for him here today to start in the 5th position in the Minecraft Ford. And alongside of him, yet another driver trying to knock on the door to get himself inside the top 10 in points. That's Danny Wells, who actually was battling for the points lead a few weeks back. He's hit some hard luck. He's fallen outside the top 10, but a good run last week at the Glen puts him back into a possible championship picture if he can get into the top 10 here today. Getting ready to get these cars to roll off. We told you that John Cittadino is a total of 7 points behind Dylan Pote, 15 points back. That is where Sean Henley is. So that might be our points battle for the day between the 25, 42, and 78. We'll see what's going to happen here today as we've gotten the command to fire the engines. Pace car peels off. We'll show you starting grid for today's race. This is, as I said, in the Trucks and Mobile Cup Series races. This is a new revamped Pocono. Hopefully we'll have some good green flag racing here instead of a wreckfest like we did the last time we visited the Tricky Triangle. here we go. Joshua Michaels, a rookie for Stewart-Haas Racing. James McLeod, a veteran for Tweenix Racing and a 3-time winner this season. Who in this field is going to come out on top? We're going to find out. Green flag is out, and Joshua Michaels got a good start there. Almost shades of what happened with Lily Erickson and Jake Rogers in the Mobil 1 Cup Series race. The outside driver did not get a good restart, and it looks like Joshua Michaels, he will clear James McLeod here for the top spot, just like that. Well, maybe not. James McLeod trying a crossover move. See if he can get to the inside here down this straightaway. As Austin Ogo's now moved into third, he's trying to catch up to these two. And the caution's waving. Already the caution is out. First caution of the day. And it takes place here on lap number 1. Didn't take them long to bring out a yellow. It took them a long time to bring out a yellow in the Truck Series race. I believe we ended up having the caution come out on lap 1 of the Mobil 1 Cup Series race, but it was for a small incident. This looks like this could have been in the middle of the pack. Whoa, as Austin Ogo nearly got turned by Jeffrey Buckeye, and Joshua Michaels is going to lead us under our first yellow of the day. Let's take a look and see who may have been involved, and it looks like it was Trent Whitney involved in the 98, our winner from Richmond. Ralph Mason and Tim Walsh, they're back here, and I think Walsh actually had a good qualifying position up inside the top 20, so he must have gotten a piece of whatever that incident was. There's the points leader, Dylan Poteet, mired way back here in 37th, just ahead of him, Hayden Klein, 4th in points. Both those drivers not having particularly good runs. There is some damage to the left side of the Sean Henley machine. 3rd in points, and I think he may have actually been the one who triggered that wreck. I don't know for certain. So a little bit of rear end damage to John Cittadino, 2nd in points. Rohit Vidarvu, 14th in points, has got some damage on the left side of his machine. As the caution waves for the first time today, looks like the top 5 are going to be Joshua Michaels, James McLeod, Austin Ogo, Jeffrey Buckeye, and Barney Ward. That's the top 5. So we'll take a look and see what puts us under the yellow for the first time today here at Pocono. Here's a look at it from the helicopter view, best angle we could get to be able to see just exactly how this wreck was triggered. They're going 3 wide in several portions of this racetrack, and oh, up ahead. Who was that? That was John Cittadino getting together with Tim Walsh. I think Adam Chambers may have had a little hand in that as well. And then all these guys just going to try to avoid the 55. Oh, wow, close call there for Jacob Lawler. And then there's contact between Ralph Mason, Henley. There's Vidarvu getting a little piece of it. Yeah, Mason was not able to avoid the Tim Walsh machine. There's Trent Whitney. Right behind him is Dylan Poteet, the points leader. Matthew Rodriguez in the 14 going to get a piece of it there. Jordan Davis and Kyle Sosnowski, they just barely squeaked by. There's George Roque. He's going to go underneath his Michael Waltrip Racing teammate, pick up a few spots. There's Poteet, and there's Alex DeMarco as well, getting by on the high side. So, yeah, looks like this incident started with John Cittadino, Tim Walsh, and Adam Chambers all getting together, and then everybody else just backing up, trying to avoid the spinning 56, and it involved a few other drivers. So we're under caution for the first time today. Let's go back to green. Getting ready to go back to green flag racing on lap 6 of 30. We do have some drivers, I think, that have actually retired from this race, which surprises me. Yeah, we have a total of 3 drivers out of this event already. And it really didn't look like that hard of an impact to me, but apparently it was enough. Tim Walsh, Ralph Mason, Trent Whitney have all gone back behind the wall. That's a tough break for them. They hardly even got a chance to get out of the blocks to show what they had here today. Tim Walsh, 37th in points. Ralph Mason, 40th in points. Trent Whitney, 42nd in points. You can bet that they're not going to be pleased with the DNF this early in this race. It's certainly not what any of those drivers were looking for. So we get ready to go back to green flag racing. Joshua Michaels is the leader. Drivers did not pit on that caution, so we're back to green. Michaels is the leader. McLeod is 2nd. 3rd place is Austin Ogo. 4th place Jeffrey Buckeye. Barney Ward 5th. The rest of the top 10 were Jake Rogers, James Silverfox, Chris Dollerton going to the high side. His teammate Danny Wells about to pass him, and Mary Cole was actually the completion of the top 10. There's Danny Wells. Remember, we told you he's one of those 4 drivers who's trying to get himself into the top 10 in points with a good run here today. He was running the Rockstar Energy Chevrolet for a lot of races, and it just did not seem to bring him very much luck, so he decided to go back to the NOS paint scheme. He got a top 10 last week at Watkins Glen, running very well right now with not all of his teammates, but with 2 of his teammates, Barney Ward and Chris Dollerton, both flanking him. And the caution's out again. Caution waves for the 2nd time today. And Joshua Michaels will be the leader once again. Jeffrey Buckeye is going to move into 2nd place. Ogo 3rd, McLeod 4th, and I think James Silverfox just crossed the line in 5th place. And this time it's the points leader, Dylan Poteet, Michael Norman in the 88, and I think John Cittadino in the 42 may have gotten a piece of whatever that was. But the points leader, Dylan Poteet, involved here. And you can see there is a buckle on his hood. Michael Norman there in the 88 as well, who did not come off a good run at Watkins Glen. Was looking to do better here at Pocono, and it looks like he, Dylan Poteet, and possibly John Cittadino all get involved in the 2nd caution of the day. Here's a look at it. This was somewhere around the 24th position. And I don't know if Michael Norman thought he had Cole Daly cleared or what, but he just comes up right in front of the 17. And Anthony McCurry's going to get a piece of it there with the right front as he gets into Cole Daly. Michael Norman then's going to go around for a spin right in front of the points leader, Dylan Poteet, and Poteet's got absolutely nowhere to go. Adam Chambers also going to sustain some damage there. So that's the points leader as well as 6th in standings. Adam Chambers getting involved in this. Michael Norman there. He's 27th in points. Really his only hope of making the chase is to pick up some wins or something. There's Henley going on by. And that's a tough break right there. Poteet and Adam Chambers had nowhere to go after Michael Norman appeared did not give Cole Daly enough room coming down the straightaway. And it puts us under the yellow for the 2nd time today here at Pocono. Getting ready to go back to green flag racing. This time it'll be on lap 11 of 30. We are now 1/3 of the way through today's event. Joshua Michaels has not relented the lead all day. Some drivers did elect to make pit stops under this caution, but several of the leaders were not amongst them. Is Michaels going to restart as the leader? 2nd, Jeffrey Buckeye, Austin Ogo 3rd. 4th is James McLeod, and now cracking the top 5, that is going to be Waidos Avotas, who decided not to pit. Jordan Davis now moved up to 6th. Anthony McCurry 7th. 8th, Matthew Rodriguez. Mary Cole 9th. Jake Rogers is in 10th. 11th, Barney Ward. James Silverfox 12th. Emilio Never 13th. 14th is Danny Wells. Derek Reed is currently in 15th. Aaron Williams Jr. runs 16th. 17th is Charles Jackson. Zach Campbell is in 18th. 19th is Callum Wales. And Sean Galligan completes the top 20. Jacob Lawler currently in 21st. Pichu London, his teammate, in 22nd. 23rd, Kyle Sosnowski. Richard Johnson, 24th. 25th, Jake Cole. 26th is Dylan Young. George Roque, 27th. 28th, Chris Dollerton. 29th is Sean Henley. Adam Chambers is 30th. Alex DeMarco is in 31st. And these drivers were the ones that pitted. 32nd, Trent Dunham. 33rd, Eric Burton. 34th, Cole Daly. 35th, Rohit Vidaravu. John Cittadino, or make that Hayden Klein in 36th. John Cittadino in 37th. 38th place, Michael Norman, and Dylan Poteet back in 39th place. The only drivers that are out of the race are the 3 that retired after our first incident of the day, and they are Tim Walsh, Ralph Mason, and Trent Whitney. Joshua Michaels, he's got himself one fast hot rod today. So he's going to pull away from Austin Ogo, who now takes 2nd from Buckeye. Look at the rookies up here. I believe right now, rookies hold the top 5 positions in Michaels, Ogo, Buckeye, then Jordan Davis, and what's that other rookie back there? Waidos Avotas. So right now, the rookies making their presence felt, and there's Mary Cole side by side with her teammate James McLeod. That's for 6th place, so rookies may hold the top 6 spots if Mary Cole's able to pass her Tweenix Racing teammate on that inside line. Joshua Michaels, all these drivers obviously have their own agenda. Michaels would love to be able to pick up his first win of the season, as it looks like mathematically he cannot get to the top 10 in points. Austin Ogo, on the other hand, he wants a good consistent run to get himself into the top 10 in points. A second win, though, could put him in possible wildcard contention. Whitus of Otas, I think he's just out looking for redemption. Whitus of Otas on several occasions has been so close to picking up his first win of the season, just has not been able to close the deal. Jeffrey Buckeye, he's just trying to make a name for himself here as he came into this series mid-season. And Jordan Davis, of course, looking for a wild card spot as he's a former winner this season, as the caution is out again. This time looks like it was an incident just heading into the first corner. There was smoke just kind of lingering there. And, oh, it's Rohit Vedaravu, along with Dylan Young and Dylan Poteet. But Vedaravu, a driver who is 14th in points with an opportunity to make it into the top 10 today, he is involved. There's Alex DeMarco, he is in it. There's the 19, Dylan Young now heading down pit road. There's Poteet. Lawler is involved, 10th in points. Callum Wales got a piece of it. Sean Galligan is in it. Hayden Klein may not have escaped it as Chambers is spun out. Oh, and there, whoa. Citadino runs into the back of Danny Wells. Danny Wells ran into the back of, I think that was Michael Norman. Silver Fox has now got damaged. London, Aaron Williams Jr. Again, these drivers having difficulty getting in line under the caution flag. You know, I rant and I rave about that. I'm just not gonna say anything anymore. If these drivers want to screw themselves out of good finishes by acting like nuts under the caution flag, then I mean, let them do that. But I just don't understand it. Anyway, Joshua Michaels is the leader under the caution. Several top guys in the standings involved in this incident, and we may have ourselves a new top 5 when all's said and done, because Joshua Michaels and the rest of the leaders are coming down pit road. We'll have to see if those other guys who decided to stay out on that last caution flag, if they're going to inherit top 5 positions when we get back for the restart. So look at it. I think James Silverfox is going to get into Matthew Rodriguez coming off this corner. Wow, major lag right there. I don't understand that. I apologize, guys. He's going to clip Jake Rogers. Rogers goes up into Matthew Rodriguez. There's Charles Jackson getting a piece of it. Oh, there's the lag. Now the lag's gone. Derek Reed, Aaron Williams Jr., they're behind this as Silver Fox spins down towards the infield. There's Aaron Williams Jr. He's going to get turned around. I think that was by Callum Wales. Pichu London, Danny Wells are going to get together there as they go up and get the wall. Galligan gets jacked up by Dylan Young. There's Navitt trying to get by on the high side. Silver Fox goes down, gets the inside wall, and then take a look at this incident up here. Lawler gets turned around. Henley gets into the back of Jake Cole. Oh, Cole Daly just barely squeaks through, and there's Rohit Vidaravu, nowhere to go. He plows into Lawler. Lawler nearly goes airborne as his car shoots forward. There's Citadino, there's DeMarco, there's Hayden Klein. Nowhere for any of those guys to go. And where's Poteet? Pretty soon he's going to come into view here. Oh, there he is. I think he was already involved in something here. I don't know what. Well, I can't find Poteet. There he is. Oh, wait a minute. Does he run to the back of Charles Jackson? Oh, yeah, he did. Kind of almost like he targeted the back of the 20. There's Galligan. There's Dylan Young. We know that Dylan Young ran straight into the back of Galligan. That's where he got his damage from. Sosnowski just barely squeaks his way through. Nice miss by him. I'll tell you one driver who we're actually going to go on board with did a doggone good job getting through this incident. And he's right there. Trent Dunham in the 1. I don't know how he got through that wreck without getting involved in anything, but we're going to go on board with the Sonic All-Stars Chevrolet. Watch Trent Dunham as he works his way through this incident down the long straightaway. That was quite a miss by him, and also by Eric Burton just up ahead. He kind of followed in Eric Burton's tire tracks, and very nice miss by both of those drivers. Getting ready to go back to green flag racing for the first time today. Joshua Michaels is not going to be the leader heading back to the restart. That is due to Austin Ogo, Whitus Savotis, and Jeffrey Buckeye all having much faster pit stops than the driver of the 10. Austin Ogo going to be the leader, trying to pick up his second win of the season. He won at Castle Gorge earlier on this season, just barely beating out Dylan Poteet. Avotas lines up in second, Buckeye up here in third. Fourth is Joshua Michaels, and Jordan Davis is in fifth. Rookies still hold the top 5 positions. Then it's James McLeod currently in 6th. How about Anthony McCurry? I don't think we've really talked about him today, despite him getting involved in that first incident of the day. He's currently now worked his way up here to 7th. There's Chris Dollerton currently in 8th. And Trent Dunham is currently in 9th. Kind of interesting to see those two, one behind the other. Keep in mind last week at Watkins Glen, Chris Dollerton nearly had Watkins Glen won, and it was the slower lap car of Trent Dunham who basically screwed Dollerton over from winning that event as the two of them made contact in the bus stop. We'll have to see if those two have a little rivalry going on, or will they race each other clean here. Eric Burton is going to complete the top 10 as we get ready to go back to green with Austin Ogo out in front. We'll document you on the drivers that are out of this race, and believe me, there are quite a few and a lot of big names. A lot of drivers came in running well in the point standings involved in this one, including Aaron Williams Jr., James Silverfox, Danny Wells, Michael Norman, John Cittadino, Jacob Lawler, Jake Rogers, Dylan Poteet, the points leader, Alex DeMarco, Pichu London, and then also Dylan Young and Rohit Vedaravu. As Wider Savotas, he's going to slip on by. He's going to take the top spot. Very nice move by the 18 right there. He'll take the lead. It's now James McLeod's going to crack the top 5. He's getting by Jeffrey Buckeye. That is for position number 4. Is the front 3 kind of doing a 3-car tandem here, shoving each other down the straightaway. That was probably not a wise move, but it still worked out for him. Nobody wrecked. And there's the caution. I thought we were actually going to complete a green flag lap. Well, no such luck. I don't know who this incident could have taken place for, because I don't see anybody way back there that's off the pace. Oh, looks like we found out. Hayden Klein and Callum Wales. Those two must have gotten together. And Kyle Sosnowski may have gotten a little piece of it as well. He's been staying out of trouble for a majority of this race. Looks like he may have gotten a little bit of whatever that incident was. We're under caution for, I believe this is now the 4th time today. Let's look back at a replay of yet another incident taking place here. Closing in on just about 10 laps to go here at Pocono. Yeah, this was due to the slower car of George Roque. Oh, no, it wasn't. Teammates got together. Charles Jackson hooked his own teammate Hayden Klein up into the wall. Klein bounces down into Callum Wales, and that's how the two of them are going to make contact. Sosnowski has nowhere to go as he's just kind of boxed in there on the high side, but that was Charles Jackson making contact with his own teammate there. That's a tough break for Hayden Klein. And Callum Wales just innocently being caught up in it as well. That is really a tough break for the 11. And we're under the caution for that incident. So let's go back to green flag race. And we're also going to, while we're under our getting ready for our restart under the pace lap, we're going to try and see if we can document just exactly what the points battle looks like, as we know that both Dylan Poteet and John Cittadino have retired from today's race. We've been given the signal of 1 to go. Lap 22 of 30 is when we'll go back to green. That'll give us a total of 9 laps remaining. All right, we said we're going to look at the points battle. Now, Dylan Poteet's retired from this race in 35th place. John Cittadino retired in 32nd. So he's obviously not going to be the points leader. The guy we got to keep an eye on is Sean Henley in the 25. Now, we already know that Henley is pretty badly damaged and off the pace, but with Dylan Poteet finishing in the 35th position, Sean Henley has to finish in 20th place or better to be able to be the new points leader. Henley is currently running in the 20th position. So if he can stay there, Sean Henley will be the new points leader heading in to next week's race. Or no, wait, nope, they're telling me that he would be tied with Dylan Poteet if he finished 20th. He's got to finish 19th or better, so he's got one more spot to pick up. Does Sean Henley, can he stay out of trouble and for the first time this season be the points leader atop the Snickers Cup Series standings? We're going to find that out in mere moments. Here's the way they're going to line up. Try and see if we can give you a quick full field rundown. Wider Savotas is the leader. Austin Ogo's second. Joshua Michaels third. Fourth, James McLeod. And fifth is Chris Dollerton. Sixth is Jeffrey Buckeye. Seventh is Jordan Davis. Eric Burton eighth. Ninth, Anthony McCurry. And 10th is Mary Cole. Now Trent Dunham is in 11th. Richard Johnson 12th. 13th is Barney Ward. Derek Reed currently 14th. And Jake Cole completes top 15. Zach Campbell is in 16th. 17th, Cole Daly. Emilio Navarrete 18th. 19th is Matthew Rodriguez. And there is Sean Henley in 20th place. Sean Galligan is 21st. 22nd, George Roque. 23rd is Charles Jackson. Adam Chambers, 24th. 25th place is Kyle Sosnowski. And 26th is Callum Wales. Out of the 42 cars that started this race, 26 still still remain on the racetrack and on the lead lap. That means a total of 16 drivers have retired from today's competition. 9 laps to go as the green flag comes back out. Let's see if maybe, just maybe, we can run a few green flag laps here. We were able to do it in trucks and mobile, but these guys here today, they've been racing so hard. We've been under the yellow flag just about every time we go to green. They almost had it all kept together on the last time we had a restart, but they end up having that incident take place out of the final corner as Austin Ogo, he's all over the back bumper of fellow Toyota Wido Savotas. The 18, of course, out of Joe Gibbs Racing, the 83 out of BK Racing, and Joshua Michaels. Don't think he's done with these guys yet. He led a majority of this race. Pit stop ended up shuffling him back into the 4th position. He's now worked his way up to 30, now going for 2nd underneath of Austin Ogo. As James McLeod now moves into 4th, and it's a long ways back before you get to 5th place Jordan Davis. And whoa, Richard Johnson nearly gets turned by Barney Ward, but he hangs on to it. Good save there by the 47. Richard Johnson trying to make the chase, trying to make the top 10 here today as he came in 13th in points, our winner from Atlanta did. Right now, he's en route to possibly doing that as Wido Savotas now, he's going to keep the top spot. Now a battle for 2nd is possibly coming to pass. Nope, Joshua Michaels going to hold off to the advances of James McLeod, who's coming off the momentum of his 3rd win last week at Watkins Glen. And we are getting some good green flag racing in. So if these guys can keep it together, I think we can race clean and green to the checkered flag. And it'd be interesting to see what Joshua Michaels, what James McLeod, what Austin Ogo have for the M&M's Toyota of Wido Savotas, who could finally today close the deal. And oh, Derek Reed got turned back there by Matthew Rodriguez, and he saved it. But now he gets turned right back up into the field. Something going on between Derek Reed and Matthew Rodriguez. That was not just a little love tap. Those two made some heavy contact down the front straightaway, and the yellow flag waves. There could be a rivalry brewing. All I know is that Matthew Rodriguez turned Derek Reed down towards the inside pit wall. Reed saved it, came back up into Matthew Rodriguez, and it's resulted in yet another caution flag. And this time, we're going to be having a handful of laps left. So it's going to be interesting to see what the outcome of this race is going to be, as it looks like Wido Savotas, he's got a huge gap, no doubt about it. Wido Savotas out of the final corner is going to be the leader under the yellow flag. It could be our final yellow flag of the day. I don't know who else was involved in it. I do know it involved the 13 and the 14, though. There is Derek Reed. There is Matthew Rodriguez. If we're lucky, it was just those two that were involved in that incident, but there could be a rivalry brewing between the 14 and the 13 after what I think I just saw go down there coming out of turn 3 and down the front straightaway. We'll take a look at a replay to see if it's official. Well, Pocono's not regularly considered a track where you see tempers start to flare, but right here, this is a battle just inside the top 20. There you see Matthew Rodriguez. He's going to get into the left rear of the Geico Ford of Derek Reed. Now, that was one incident. Watch Derek Reed, though, turn a dead right, come back up, and hook the 17 right here, and the two of them going to make more contact. I don't know if there was a 13 coming back up into Matthew Rodriguez, or if it was Matthew Rodriguez turning the 13 one more time, but Chris Dalton going to get a piece of it, and Anthony McCurry involved as well. As everybody's trying to avoid, oh, Zach Campbell's going to get a piece of it. A lot of innocent victims involved in this one here. McCurry, Campbell, as well as Dollarton, as those two, Derek Reed and Matthew Rodriguez, get together there. Be very interesting to hear what the story is for those two drivers, what their opinions are on what just went down, because that had the lookings of a bit of, I don't know. I can't say it's a rivalry, but it doesn't look like that was just a racing incident. But nonetheless, we're under the caution. Let's see if we're going to get back to green, and if so, how many laps are we going to have left to be able to finish this race on. Well, the signal given is it's going to be a green-white checker to finish off today's race here at Pocono. I have no arguments with that as we get ready to go under the green flag, then the white flag, and then the checkered flag. Note, if the caution comes out at any point during the green-white checkered segment, the race will be over. The cars will race it back to the line. The first driver to the line will be declared the winner under the yellow flag. let's go through, show you who's going to be left here to battle it out for today's victory. Waido Savotas out in front. Austin Ogo in second. Third place is James McLeod. Fourth place, Joshua Michaels. And the top 5 completed now by Mary Cole. Barney Ward is in 6th. 7th, Jordan Davis. 8th, Richard Johnson. 9th, Jeffrey Buckeye. And Jake Cole is currently 10th. 11th is Cole Daly. Trent Dunham in 12th. 13th, Emilio Navarrete. 14th is Eric Burton. Chris Dollerton is in 15th right now. According to our live points, Sean Henley in 16th place is the current points leader of the Snickers Cup Series. So he's just got to hang there. He's got to finish better than 19th. Then you got Charles Jackson in 17th. 18th, Anthony McCurry. Zach Campbell in 19th. 20th is Sean Galligan. Let's go all the way through to 26th. George Rogue, 21st. 22nd, Adam Chambers, 23rd. Callum Wales, 24th, is Kyle Sosnowski. And then these two guys back here who got together and put us under our latest caution, Matthew Rodriguez and Derek Reed. They are 25th and 26th. So let's see what's going to happen here. This race has basically been dominated by 2 drivers. Joshua Michaels, the first half of this race, was leading the majority of this thing. A slow pit stop cost him being able to stay out in front. Waido Savotas, however, he was the one with the fast pit stop, which moved him up to the lead. And since then, nobody's been able to get by the M&M's Toyota. Waido Savotas also the only Joe Gibbs racing car to not go to victory lane yet this season, as both his teammates Hayden Klein and Charles Jackson have visited victory lane here in Season 5. Green flag ready to come out. It's out. It's a green-white checker finish to end this race. Let's see if we can race this entire incident under the green flag, as we've got the lag again. There we go. Waido Savotas, the leader. All sorts of rookies up here at the front, with the exception of James McLeod and now Barney Ward, who has moved himself up inside to, I think, the 7th position now. But the odds of a rookie going to victory lane pretty doggone good, and one of them could be Austin Ogo right there in the 83, our winner from Castle Gorge. He could try and pick up his second win of the season, but Waido Savotas going to throw the block on him here. Let's see if any moves going to be made here. Is Ogo going to go low? Is McLeod going to go low? Is Michaels going to go low? Is Mary Cole going to go low? As she's now behind her Tweenix Racing teammate up in the 4th position. Out of the final corner we come. Please be green. We are still green. Let's see if they can make it down to the line. White flag in the air. And we are going to finish this race under the green flag. We are going to race it to the finish. Waido Savotas the leader. Austin Ogo second. Then it's McLeod, Mary Cole, and Joshua Michaels. Can Waido Savotas pick up his first win of the season? Can Ogo pick up his second win of the season? Can McLeod pick up his 4th win of the season? As Ogo looks low, cannot make the move this time. Now side by side for 3rd place between Mary Cole and her teammate James McLeod. Here comes Ogo, peeking down low. He's there. Ogo's to the inside. Ogo down low, Savotas up high. Ogo may have timed it perfectly. Down out of the 2nd corner they come, heading to the final corner. Ogo, can he clear Waido Savotas? Savotas going to drive it hard into the corner. He can't do it though. Austin Ogo slides up. He takes the lead. He's coming out of the final corner. Austin Ogo, perfect pass on the final lap. He wins the GoBowling.com 400 at Pocono here today. And Austin Ogo joins the 2-time winners of Season 5, his 2nd win of the season in only his rookie season in the Snickers Cup Series. 11th in points he came in. He's now a 2-time winner. This guy today may have just solidified himself a spot in the Snickers Cup Series chase with this victory. Absolutely unbelievable job by Austin Ogo and that 83 team. If I'm not mistaken, I believe that was the only lap that the 83 car led today. Every other lap was led by the 10 and the 18. But Ogo led the lap that counts, the only lap that really matters, and that was the lap where he comes down and receives the checkered flag. Austin Ogo wins today at Pocono, his 2nd win of the season. Let's take a look at your official top 10 for today's race. James McLeod, after winning last week at Watkins Glen, follows up with a great runner-up spot today. Waido Savotas going to have to settle for 3rd as he nearly won today. Again, he just can't close the deal. Joshua Michaels led the majority of the first half of this race. He'll get 4th. Barney Ward, this will keep him inside the top 10 in points. A nice 5th place run. Mary Cole in 6th. She'll stay inside the top 10 in points. Nice run for Jeffrey Buckeye there in that 22 in 7th. Cole Daly going to get 8th place today. He came in 16th in points, so he may have a bid for a spot inside of the top 10 in points today. Jordan Davis, his teammate, very nice run in 9th. And Richard Johnson, he may be inside the top 10 today as well after leaving Pocono, as he came in 13th in points. He'll get 10th here today. Time to find out. Did Sean Henley finish in 19th position or better after today's race? The word is Henley finished in 17th place. So for the first time this season, the defending Snickers Cup Series champion, Sean Henley, is the new points leader of the Snickers Cup Series standings. How about that? Sean Henley, great run for him today, even with a damaged race car and all. And he's going to take the points lead in the Snickers Cup Series. Well, folks, hope you enjoyed today's race. If you did, be sure to give this video a like, subscribe to become part of the crew today. We'll show you now your official finisher results, your overall point standings and rookie point standings with Sean Henley, the new points leader, heading into next week at Kentucky. You've been watching a production of the NNSCRA, offline racing at its best.